What's good, y'all? It's Pod.cannion. I'm back with another reaction video. Today, we have a CJ the Champ video. I told y'all I was going to get into this Invincible. Well, I've already seen the full season. We just doing some recaps and stuff like that. So I figured this was perfect. And while I was watching this, or like while I was about to watch this, I realized he dropped another Invincible video. So y'all about to be eating good. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, Naruto hints ain't go anywhere. I just needed to make sure that my OBS was right before I just wasted storage and stuff like that. Because, I just would rather not if I don't have to. I hope that makes sense. Especially because, like, that would be a wasted reaction. Like, the way my OBS works, sometimes if I don't, it'll just stop recording and then that's the video. I can't go back. You know what I'm saying? So, we're in business, though. You see it? You see it? Let me make sure I see it before we get started. Yeah, I see it. So, Invincible beatdowns are brutal. So, I feel like this is like an Invincible recap in general. I expect to see that first episode fight when Omni-Man, I want to see Invincible versus Battle Beast. That was some shit. Yeah, this fight too. This fight was crazy. Let me think. A lot of people get put off the map in season 3. So, but yeah, if we just do Viltrumite fights, like, yeah. The fact that I gotta stop. I'll talk about it if it's on the screen, because there's 4 seasons of Invincible right now. It's a little bit more like difficult for you to just know what I'm talking about just off rip. But yeah, that's about my yapping. We about to get into this video, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, if you like it, for me, like the video, I appreciate it. It helps out the small channels. We're trying to get to 1,000. And with that being said, let's get into the video.
So it has come to my attention that
Invincible
has had some pretty brutal beatdowns. Like, I'm talking blood all over the screen and guts literally getting dug out of. So since we're basically at the halfway point of this season and at the halfway point,
so we're just recapping this season alone. Now, don't get me wrong. Every single season of Invincible is brutal. But at least we got you know what I'm saying? At least we got ourselves a little bit of a recap. You know what I'm saying?
We do the first trial of the crispiest Viltrumite in the galaxy. Today we're gonna go through some.
Okay, and yeah, that's what he voted for. Not voted for, but that's what he just posted. So we gonna get that started. And yeah, so this is right before he saw that man Thrag pull up. I got it. I see where we are. All right, let's get into it. Let's see, bro.
Waypoint of this season, and at the halfway point till we do the first trial of the crispiest Viltrumite in the galaxy. Today we're gonna go through some of these brutal beatdowns that have basically broke the internet. So without further ado,
most brutal beatdowns in animated history. So the first ass
whooping we're going to be breaking down is young Omni-Man getting jumped by his parents. Now this right here basically confirmed to everyone, if you didn't think so already, that being born a Viltrumite is probably the worst fate you could ever ask for. Because this is without a doubt one of the craziest societies of all time. Like, we already knew that these crazy ass niggas had a whole great purge and half of their population was wiped out because of it. But now we learned that the kids weren't even safe. And to become a fully grown adult, you had to survive getting jumped by your parents. Now, let's take a look at this scene. Young Omni-Man, aka Nolan, was basically teaching a class to these kids about the history of Viltrum, and he decided to ask this little girl a question about the Great Purge. So she started stuttering and didn't know what to say. So this man, Nolan, walked up to her and put his hand on her head and said, "Think wisely about your answer, little nigga. You know what happens when you get one question wrong, right?" And he was dead ass about to crush her head into smithereens. And you would think that the other kids would be scared for her, but no. They were side-eyeing the hell out of her like, You best not get that question wrong, bitch, or you're going split gap. So thank God she locked in and got the question right. But then I ain't gonna lie, this is the craziest part. Before he dismissed class, he told him, go find food and shelter if you can, and return here at sunrise ready for combat. Oh, and I almost forgot. At least 2 of you little niggas will die tomorrow. Yep. So you best come locked in, or it's your ass. And then they just going with it like, sir, yes, sir. Like, dog, this is without a doubt the worst society to ever be born in. They don't even provide their own kids with food and a bed. They gotta find it themselves. The Viltrumites really said, we don't do that weak-ass child support shit.
I didn't even peep that when I first watched it. Like, I thought they had their... I thought they lived with their parents, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
The child can support themselves. So right after Nolan was done teaching his class, both of his parents pulled up on him and straight up looked at him like, yeah,
you know what time
you
it
know
is.
what today is, young blood? It's your birthday, a.k.a. initiation day, little nigga. So they full on bum rush Nolan and start beating the shit out of him. And bro, you could easily tell that out of both of the parents that this man's mama didn't have an ounce of love for him the way she was doing him.
No,
she straight
literally.
up sliced him in the chest.
She was trying to
her knee into this man's face.
She was actually trying to like get her son off the map. Like that jump was crazy.
And this wasn't even her nastiest shot. She basically charged up this one punch all the way from the ground and put her body into it, making him cough up blood. Then while he was stunned and basically out of it, both his mom and his
they just started hitting the combos.
Nolan could not move. This nigga was stuck in a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Infinite Death combo. Then his dad grabbed his head and gave him just a nasty headbutt. And that headbutt ended up leading to a black eye and a broken nose. So while Nolan looked like he was already on half HP, the mama just stared at him and was like, nah, nigga, this ain't enough. And decided to dash in and piece him up some more. Now, while Nolan was getting pieced up by his mama, he was finally able to fight back after having to stomp the ground and kick a stone into his mama's eye. Then giving her a well-deserved right hook for being a deadbeat mom. But I want y'all to watch the daddy real quick. While the mom was flying back, the dad just
he did just do that shit. I forgot about that.
They just think it's everyone is just a sack of meat. I'm surprised if they weren't even married.
That
they
is
just
crazy.
decided to have a baby to fill the quota, and that's that. So Nolan rushes his dad down and throws a fist into his hand and starts to choke him. And it looks like the dad was pleased and was ready to end his initiation.
She said initial pass was she said
threw him into the stairs. And right when this happened, I knew she was coming back to collect that receipt for her eye getting messed up and also taking out her anger for the daddy slapping her ass to the side. So she starts stomping his face in. And when she got tired of stomping him out, she just started grounding, pounding, and wailing. Look at this dude, bro. He is done. This fight should be over. He's clearly had enough. But the mom just continued to beat the ever-living crap out of him until the dad finally came over and told her, enough, shorty. He's had enough.
Shorty.
And this is how you could tell that she really hated Nolan and his dad. Because after she beat the hell out of him, she straight up told them,
"You're as pathetic as he is. I hope to never see either of you again."
Damn. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If I heard
and she left at the perfect
after she just finished.
Y'all, and she left at the perfect time. Because if y'all know what happens after this.
Me out and beat me down to 1 HP on my birthday? I'm gonna be so real, I might just end it all. Because I'd be sick to my damn stomach. Now I know why Nolan beat Mark's ass like that in season 1. Because if this was a parenting he was experiencing, then no wonder his parenting skills were ass. And this just reaffirmed to me again that being born a Viltrumite is in all honesty a fate worse than death. Brutality.
Yeah.
Serious dictation was driving me crazy.
Because you could just be dead, but you could be a Viltrumite.
Here's why I'll never go back. First off, it actually gets it right.
And you know you're going to have a brutal death.
Now that was our appetizer. Now it's time for the main event. The Conquest versus Mark
rematch.
Now this right here is without doubt the most
already.
brutal fight we've seen yet. This fight actually had me so disgusted by the end of it that I had to look away. Because I made the horrible mistake of eating my dinner while watching this. And I will probably never eat watching Invincible ever again because of this. So Satan's greatest soldier Conquest pulled back up to run the ones with Mark again. And you know, I gotta give a shout out to Cecil real quick for being the biggest dumbass of the century.
No,
'Cause we
literally.
would not be getting this rematch if bro just did his job and disposed of the body like he should have. Like, you really thought this little ass cage was gonna hold this nigga? Like, holy shit, man. This is the most incompetent motherfucker in this damn series, bro. How did this guy get this job again? Like, honest question.
No. I know y'all be giving Cecil a lot of shit, and he is kind of crazy. But I'm not gonna lie, like, if you look at it from Cecil's perspective, it's still stupid. Like, I thought I was about to agree with that, but not, like, nah. Sometimes Cecil, I'll see his point of view. But this probably was the most undefendable thing that nigga Cecil did, bro. Like, there are other ways. And it's like, you could have made sure that the Viltrumite was dead and still study it. Like, what a fool. Like, this was the dumbest thing that Cecil ever did. And the only reason he got spared, let me pause, because just in case some people haven't watched the full season yet. But just know. Oh, man. That man Mark had other things on his mind by that time. It was
Anyways,
crazy
bro.
work.
So the first person to attack Conquest was the biggest liability on the team, Oliver. So he flew up and immediately got
The
in.
biggest liability, because isn't like Oliver like 0-5 in fights? If y'all want to count those, what are they? The twins that he got off the map? If you want to count the twins, I guess I'll count that as a single dub. But even still, that's low-hanging fruit. When it comes to people who actually have the hands, this nigga Oliver's like 0-5, 0-4. I think 0-3 against Viltrumites. He almost died twice from Conquest. And the thing that blows me so much about Oliver is he would literally almost die from Conquest and then act like he didn't almost get put on the map. I fought Conquest before. No, nigga, you survived Conquest. You did not fight that nigga, bro. You got a couple baby hits in, and then he was about to literally... And then in this, you was about to get that flash treatment. Like, oh my gosh, bro. And this is where I'm starting to believe the things where people are like, Oliver has a bug brain. Like, his memory is so trash. It don't matter if he just almost died. To him, who is that nigga? He ain't shit.
Hand to the face.
It's like the respect I give Vegeta, where you don't win anything, but I love the at least the
That hit was
effort.
probably so hard it probably gave Oliver PTSD from when Conquest dribbled him like a basketball. So Oliver tried to come in and hit him again with a barrage of but all this was doing was giving Conquest a massage. Nigga
No,
was doing
literally.
the same shit now. Oyo
The
was
Maki
doing the
shit.
Maki, just throwing pillows at him. So Conquest grabs Oliver by the head and tells him, "Oh, I remember you. You're the little purple squirt from before. Last I remembered, I was trying to rip your guts out. So let's continue from where we were last time, shall we?" So Conquest starts
No,
to
literally,
crush
bro.
Oliver's head, and he's about to pop his head like a balloon. But J. Jonah Jameson himself comes in to save
J.
his
Jonah
sorry-ass son
Jameson.
from getting his head crushed.
'Cause
So
it was
Omni-Man
about to
and
get
Conquest
over.
started to box for a bit. But this nigga Mark immediately flew in and said,
He said,
"Hands
"I
off,
want my
Dad.
ones."
This fade is mine's and mine's alone." So Conquest
All right.
looked at Mark and said, "Hey, kid, how's your girlfriend? She doing all right? Oh, I can't wait to taste her fine ass blood one more time."
Oh,
So the
Get
moment
him.
Mark heard Conquest talking
Get
about
him.
Eve, he just straight up
Yep.
flew directly at him and started viciously
Wah,
putting hands
wah,
on this old nigga.
wah,
Then he
wah,
started to rain down
wah.
multiple 6
Bows,
to 12 elbows
bows.
right into this man's
He
face.
hit him
Now,
with
while
the
they
bows.
continued to box, Oliver was running out of air because he wasn't used to holding his breath in space yet. So he
and see, it's just little stuff like this where I was like, I forgot they hold their breath the whole time they're fighting. It wasn't, because like what I took from Omni-Man saying, "Do you need to breathe?" was like, do you need to like get away from everywhere? Like, you know what I'm saying? Hide at least. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think I heard him like do like a little. So I'm thinking like, no, I just need to make sure that I don't die because I just almost got squished like a bug. You know, because he's half bug. Let me stop. But
fly down to the planet that they were close to so he could re-up on some oxygen. So Conquest saw Oliver flying down and told Mark, "Oh no, we can't let little purple squirt miss out on the fun now, can we?" So Conquest gives Mark a nasty blow to the gut, then flies down to the planet to chase
that was
down
a nice
Oliver.
move.
And
I can't
this
even
is
lie.
where we see one of the most diabolical "he's behind me, isn't he" frames
No,
of all
for real.
time. Conquest
That
pulled up
shit right there was so menacing. He already made that the thumbnail, but
behind Oliver, hand cocked back and everything.
he's about to be dribbled again. Like the amount of look at his face too, y'all. It looks like he's like, we've been down this road before. The fact that, oh my gosh, it's just the fact that he just so low effort. It's so low effort. And then Oliver, we'll get there next video, but you were nothing to Conquest, right? Did you really think you could do something to Thrag? That Thrag wasn't that big of a deal? I fought Conquest before. No, you didn't. I don't think you seriously hurt Conquest one time. Let me make sure
Like
I'm
he's
right.
about to swat the half cockroach out of Oliver's soul, but Mark comes in to save Oliver right before he gets chased down, blocked by Conquest.
No, literally.
So Mark's grand plan was to basically choke the life.
Yeah, he literally said, "This is your last time breathing." And then, like, I mean, you got your point across, but, like, at what cost? Y'all about to see if y'all have it. So good.
This nigga was not gonna let go of the chokehold he had him in for the rest of the fight. He was
That's what he
fully
said.
committed to choking his ass out. So since Mark wouldn't
At
let
what
go,
cost?
Conquest just started giving Mark multiple body shots. Bro was taking about 50 punches to his liver and 50 punches to his kidneys, while they were just flying around the planet and ragdolling themselves into the environment. So when they ended up slamming into the ground, Mark had the top mount, and it looked like he was trying to crush Conquest's neck and drive his whole body into the ground. But then Conquest lifted Mark up and slammed him into the ground, reversing the whole situation. So Conquest started giving Mark more kidney shots and liver shots. Then he started decking him in the face and bouncing his skull off the ground. But Mark was still hanging on to Conquest's neck while taking this beating. Like I said earlier, this nigga Mark was committed to choking the life out of Conquest's old ass. So Conquest picked up Mark and rammed him into this mountain. And he started to wail on Mark, just swinging punches into him over and over again. And I ain't gonna lie,
is not
this
the
next
worst
sequence
part.
of punches Conquest did gave me back pain while watching this.
No,
he
for
hit him with this three-piece, and the last punch was so hard it warped
No,
his
for
back.
real.
This man's rib cage just got eviscerated, and he may never walk straight ever again because it looks like his spine just got snapped in half right here. So they kept on ramming each other into all the
And that's the setup for... Because, like, y'all, the way that this nigga... I'm going to talk about it when we get there so that I can act like I don't see it again.
rocks and
But, like,
and
yo,
when they finally stop,
I was
you
like,
can
where is
actually
this
see
dude's
the damage
spine?
that Mark has done to Conquest, because his face was now discolored and his eyes were bloodshot red because he hasn't been able to breathe at all because of Mark's persistent ass chokehold. This is when the fight just got
Draymond
nasty
Green,
as hell, and the brutality just ramped up to another degree. Conquest had his nasty ass hand all up in Mark's face, so Mark turned damn near feral and bit this man's thumb off. And then after he bit his thumb off, he stood Conquest up, and you get the shot from Conquest's POV. You see this nigga Mark straight up spit his thumb out while making eye contact with him the whole time. He didn't even say a word, but you could tell what he was thinking just by the look he was giving him. Just straight up, "I hate you, nigga, let's die." So since Conquest was being pushed back, he had to use his ultimate move. The same one that sent Eve back to the lobby before she respawned. He rams his whole hand into Mark's body. Now, this attack would probably end
Oh my
about
gosh.
99.9% of people if they were hit by this.
No, literally.
Mark, being the main character, empowering through
Viltrumite.
this shit with the power of plot armor, kept on choking Conquest. Pause and look at Conquest's face right now. This man is actually stunned. You can actually see a little bit of fear on his face, because he is now
What the
starting to
fuck?
realize that Mark actually got that
That
dog
dog
in him.
a
So
little
Mark
bit.
slams him down and continues to choke the life out of Conquest. Now we're at the moment where I had to stop eating my dinner while watching this, because
This shit went on for 2 fucking minutes straight. Like, oh, I hated it. I hated it so much. And I'm like, yo. Like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, you could not silently sit through this scene, bro. Like, this shit was... And that's why I said before when, like, his spine got broke, it was a setup for this right here. Because the way this nigga was just pulling out this nigga's intestines, I was like, where's the fuck is his spine? I'm like, yo, I know your intestines are like 20 feet long, like unraveled up and shit, but the way, oh my God, I just can't. I'm gonna get sick. But this shit was just so, oh my
this
God.
was the most disturbing and disgusting shit I think I've ever seen in an animated show.
No, literally.
Conquest started to dig in this man's insides and rip out all of his internal organs and intestines. Now, I'm censoring the hell out of this
Please,
because YouTube
I don't
would
wanna see none of it.
eviscerate this video and send
Yes.
it to the Shadow Realm if I actually showed this. Also, if you're eating while watching this, I'm saving your ass
No,
right
literally.
now because you could have ended up like me. My appetite
Yeah.
was cooked after this, and I did not hit my protein goals that day. My
Nope.
gains were not achieved because of this shit. But this goes on for like a solid minute.
2
Mark
minutes,
was just screaming
maybe
in
5.
pain
It felt
while
like 5
Conquest
minutes.
was running out of air and trying to dig Mark's insides out.
And y'all
But
see it,
finally,
y'all.
After what
He's
felt
literally-
like ages, the lights finally go out for Conquest.
Finally.
And Mark slayed Satan's greatest soldier for a second time.
For a second time.
Now, I gotta stand up and give Mark his flowers here. Because I won't lie, I give this man a hard time due to him getting his ass whooped and being left in critical condition in nearly
Yep.
80 to 90% of his fights.
Yep.
But right here, I'll admit that Mark got that dog in him. Because this
Yeah.
was his best performance yet, even though he's in critical condition again. But I just
Like-
know one thing for sure. When they get back to Earth, Cecil's ass better be getting stomped out. Because you're not about to get away with this shit, nigga. Oh, no, bro. Brutal.
If y'all know what's next, we're about to watch that video. Y'all might see this tomorrow, depending on when y'all see this, but y'all know what's about to come next. Let's just say it's so bad. Cecil is the least of Mark's problems. Cecil is going to be the least of Mark's problems, and you're gonna see it. Like, if he does like this recap the way I think he's gonna do it, y'all are gonna see. But that's about it. Like the video if you like it. I appreciate y'all. We're trying to get to 1,000, so all of that helps. Be great, be safe. Catch you on the next video. Peace.